Hey guys, Comic Boom here to review Batman Who Laughs number 2. Scott Snyder, writer, Jock, the artist. Man, Jock is perfectly suited to draw this stuff, isn't he? I mean, the way that he draws the Batman Who Laughs, good God, this is such a beautiful comic book, and I love it's so sturdy, and it's like the nice cardboard covers. This is a well put together comic book. Granted, it's $4.99, so you're definitely paying for it. They're not giving this comic book away, but at least we're getting some good bang for our buck here. The Batman Who Laughs continues to wreak havoc on Batman here. Last issue ended on a spectacular cliffhanger with the Joker killing himself, releasing the toxin that would cause Batman to turn into, in our world, the Batman Who Laughs, our version of the Batman Who Laughs. And this issue starts off with Batman doing his damnedest to prevent him from turning into the Batman Who Laughs. And he's got every Joker toxin antidote he can think of being injected into him on a daily basis, just so he can delay the transformation into the Batman Who Laughs. And he figures he's got about a week before the transformation takes place. So he's got less than a week to stop the Batman Who Laughs and to stop the Grim Knight from doing whatever exactly it is that they're up to. Meanwhile, Alfred is frantically trying to save the Joker, because if the Joker, the one thing that will likely end up saving the Joker's life, despite shooting himself in the heart, is that he shot himself in the heart right in front of Batman and Alfred in the Batcave, so they have immediate access to the technology that could possibly save him. But, you know, again, the Joker is hanging on to life by a thread. Bruce Wayne, Batman himself, is slowly being evolving into the Batman Who Laughs. Meanwhile, they got the actual Batman Who Laughs and the Grim Knight that are wreaking havoc. We have more scenes in here of other versions of Bruce Wayne from different universes are showing up dead. And all these different versions of Bruce Wayne seem to be happy. They seem to come from different worlds where Bruce Wayne was actually a happy guy. And the funniest part in this, one of the most scathing rebukes of this Batman is from the Batman Who Laughs himself, where he actually says at one point, where he says right to Batman's face, he says to him that out of every version of us across the universe, you're the most miserable, the least accomplished. You don't understand why yet, but you will. See, to me, to us, you're the nightmare Batman, the bad one. That's what the Batman Who Laughs thinks of Batman in our universe. He says, you're the most miserable. Out of all of them, you're the most miserable. Why can't you find happiness? And if the Batman Who Laughs thinks he knows why Batman can't find happiness, but he's going to let him find out. And I couldn't help when I was reading that, when I was reading the Batman Who Laughs, scathing rebuke of Batman saying, you, out of all of us, you're the most miserable. I couldn't help but think to myself, he's describing Tom King's Batman. That's Tom King. That's Tom King's Batman. He's miserable. Can't be happy. Can't even marry the woman he loves. Right? But I mean, what brilliant writing. It's almost speaking outside the comic book. I don't believe for a second Scott Snyder meant to take a jab at Tom King, but he's incorporating that element of Tom King's Batman run, and the element of the Tom King's Batman run is this whole is the theme of, can a happy Batman be an effective Batman? Because let's face it, the happy versions of Bruce Wayne are showing up dead. So even turning up happy, even if he becomes happy, if you end up being killed anyway, what's the point? Or maybe happiness is the point. I don't know. But interesting. The way this plot line develops here, the Batman Who Laughs the Batman Who Laughs reveals a number of very interesting things here. He says that he was born around this time, so there's some contradiction here. The Batman Who Laughs has all of Batman's memories, but it stands to reason that he only has Batman's memories up to a particular point. After a certain point, once the Batman Who Laughs shows up in our time, in this universe, he doesn't have all of Batman's memories or experiences after a certain period of time. And I think therein lies the keys ultimately to his defeat, is that he only has so much access to what Batman's memories are, because, I mean, his world could not have been completely identical. And the Batman Who Laughs reveals something even more extraordinary. is that he said that he was on his world, he was born around this time. So if he was born basically 25, 30 years ahead of our Batman on a different world, how can he have the same experiences and the same memories? That doesn't make any sense to me. And is everything 30 years ahead? I don't know how that jives or makes any sense. That'll have to be explained further, but I think therein lies the key maybe to Batman Who Laughs ultimate defeat. Because if the Batman Who Laughs was ultimately born around this time in his world, well, then how does that play into his defeat, and why is that even relevant? And the Batman Who Laughs ends up destroying Wayne Tower because Batman talks about this protocol that he had called the Last Laugh, because there's a series of tunnels under Gotham City that have been there since 1790 or some damn thing, and he wanted to utilize to create a Last Laugh protocol to help save Gotham from gas attack and other forms of attack. And essentially, unfortunately, the Batman Who Laughs is aware of all that, and he utilizes that in such a manner to destroy Wayne Tower. Batman gets all upset, goes back to the Batcave, forces Alfred to wake up the Joker, and asks the Joker, "What do you know? How do I defeat him? What do you know? How can I defeat the Batman Who Laughs?" And it appears that the key to defeating the Batman Who Laughs, he says only one person does know the key, and apparently it is, spoiler alert, it's Commissioner Gordon's son, James. Now, for those of you who don't know, you might say, well, what the heck does Commissioner Gordon's son, James Gordon, have to do with anything? In fact, some of you watching might not even know Commissioner Gordon has a son. You might just think that he just has a daughter named Barbara Gordon who's Batgirl, but not so. James Gordon, in the New 52, was a psychopath. So now, whether or not James Gordon in this universe, in this rebirth universe, or whatever you call this universe, is James Gordon in this universe also a psychopath? It would perhaps make sense, but he's not in jail. He's working a grocery store here. So it's interesting that James Gordon, who in the New 52 was a psychopath that was taken down by his sister, Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, he's now a key to defeating the Batman Who Laughs here. Very interesting. How does this all come into play? I'm not sure. Because we're dealing with different universes here, with Bruce Wayne's from different universes dropping in, showing up dead. Is this James Gordon? Are we going to get some James Gordons dropping in dead? Or how is James Gordon a key to defeating the Batman Who Laughs in this particular universe? I don't know, but it poses a very interesting question. Guys, tell me the theories. What do you think's going on here? Batman Who Laughs, number 2, it's pretty good. Follow me on Twitter at Metropolis40. Hit the subscribe button, and until next time, Comic Boom out.